Welcome to Melak Online tutorial, and before us is another question on angle of elevation and depression. And this question reads that a student measures the angle of elevation of a building from two different points as shown in the diagram here. Okay, let me just clean this. Now from point P and Q, it finds that the angle of elevation of the top of the building to be 37, which is this, and 58, which is this, now respectively. Now if the distance between P and Q is 45 meters, which means from here to here the distance is 45 meters, calculate the height of the building. Now we have to find here, so let's just say here is H. Okay, now we might have various means of solving this question. Now we can actually solve this question either using trigonometry, the sine rule, or we can actually equate this triangle, because we have two triangles here. The first triangle and the second triangle, they have one thing in common, which is the common height. Okay, you can actually find the whole of this triangle with respect to 48 and x, which makes the total distance here, and the second triangle RQS with respect to h, making this with here x. All right, if we do that, I guess that will be a long walk. So let us use the sine rule to do that. And by sine rule, we have, let us say we can have a all over sine A equals b all over what? Sine B equals c all over what? Sine capital C. All right. Now, since we are looking for this height here, now let's do something. Just considering this triangle RPS. Okay, now for us to find this, now let us ascertain this side, which is the hypotenuse, that is RP. Okay, let us ascertain the side. But how do we do that? First of all, let's get here first. Okay, and we know this is a straight line, and angle on a straight line is always equals 180. Okay, if that's the case, so for us to get here, we just need 180 minus 58. This should give us 2, and 1. So here you have 1, 2, 2 degrees. Now if here is 102 degrees, and we have this distance here, which means we can actually get this distance. Okay, but before we do that, we don't know the angle that corresponds to 48, so we need to find the angle that corresponds. So which means this angle here, for us to find this angle, also recall that sum of angle in a triangle equals what? 180 degrees. So considering this triangle RQP, all right, so we'll conclude here that, let's say R now plus 122 plus 37 equals what? 180 degree, right? So when we add this up, now this is just angle R, which is here. Now when we add this up, this will give us 2 plus 7 9, 2 plus 3 is 5, then 1 equals 180. Now when we subtract 159 from both sides, we have 180 minus 159. Now getting my calculator, this will be 180 minus 159. So here we have what? 21 degrees. So here is what? 21 degrees. Now after which, now you can find the distance RP. Okay, now using this rule, the sine rule, we represent this one as small q because it's the distance or is the side opposite the angle q. Then r will represent this one as small r. And okay, I guess that we'll be making use of 2, so we can see this is r all over, okay, let me start with q all over sine q, then equals r all over what? Sine r. Okay, to this end, our q is what we're looking for. Then sine q, which is 122, which is this angle corresponding to this line, so equals r, what's our r? 48, that's the small r, which is this, then all over sine, the angle corresponding to 48 is 21. Okay, now if I were to make q the sort of the formula here, we have that q equals 48, which means sine 122 multiplies 48, you have sine 122, then all over sine 21. All right, now for the numerator, 48 multiplied by sine 122, now we get 40.7063. okay, leave it at 4 decimal place at least, so that your answer, your final answer will get close, as in will be closer to the actual answer. Then here we have sine 21, and this is 0.358, let's say 34. okay, now our q here will then be 40.7063 divided by the answer. Then we have 113.5880. So meter, right, meter. All right, now this is not the final answer, but this is just a means to answer. Now since we've gotten this, now let us look at this triangle once again. Here you have 37, right? Then we have our q, which is 113.5880, and we have our h. So I guess from here now we get to use the sign from the SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so because we have a relationship between the angle, the opposite, don't mind, sorry, this will be the opposite, but we actually represent it as the height. Then here is what? The hypotenuse. So we have sine opposite, okay, sine 37 equals opposite is what? The height, then all over 113.5880. Now our height will then become multiplying 113 point whatever with sine 38. So here we have 113.5880. Then sine 38. Let me push point sine 30. Sine 37, not 38. Sorry. So times 0.6018. I won't multiply this 113.5880. So you get to have 68.358. okay, approximately 68 points. Anyway, okay, next specification 0.4 meter. All right, this is the final answer. And if you love what I've just done, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and ensure you click on the notification button to be notified of all my videos in physics and mathematics. Thank you and remain blessed.